The thief's suitcase was stuffed with $100 million in cash. He tried dragging it into the bathroom, but the stall was way too small. He couldn't fit it through the door. Left with no choice, he asked a passerby named Alan to watch it for a moment. Just then, a bus pulled up. Alan, in a hurry, grabbed the suitcase and hopped on. When the thief came out of the bathroom and saw the suitcase was gone, he exploded in rage. Meanwhile, Alan had made it to the countryside. He was alone, dragging the heavy suitcase along the train tracks. A middle-aged man spotted him, came out of his house, and asked where he was headed. It was only then that Alan realized he'd taken someone else's bag. The man, surprisingly kind, invited Alan inside to rest and even made him a meal. While Alan was in the bathroom, the furious thief managed to track them down. Suddenly, the house filled with the sounds of a struggle. Alan grabbed a crowbar, but it was too heavy to wield, so he switched to a lighter wooden mallet. One swing, and the thief was knocked out cold. They stashed him in the walk-in freezer. Given how desperate he was to recover the suitcase, they figured it had to be holding something serious. The man clipped open the lock, and sure enough, the entire suitcase was stuffed with cash. They were still celebrating the discovery when they suddenly remembered the thief. They rushed to open the freezer, only to find the thief frozen stiff. Panicked, they stuffed him into a wooden crate and hid it away, then started making plans to flee the country with the money. After walking for miles, they hitched a ride from a young driver, but the car ran out of gas just minutes in. While refueling, the man noticed a wanted poster at the station. A 100-year-old man suspected of being kidnapped by a biker gang. He looked back at Alan and realized he was the man in the photo. He was ready to turn Alan in, but Alan came clean about everything and offered him a cut of the money. Tempted, the driver agreed to let them go. The group ended up at a boutique beachside villa. The host was a woman who also happened to keep a pet elephant. Alan was having the time of his life, riding the elephant by the shore each day. But it wasn't long before the thief's accomplices tracked them down. They captured Alan and demanded the suitcase. The others, loyal to the end, handed over the cash to save him. Just as the accomplice opened the suitcase to inspect it, the villa owner pulled out a gun. The man panicked, stepped backward, and slipped on a pile of elephant dung. The gun accidentally discharged, startling the elephant. With a sudden thud, the elephant sat down, right on top of the man. They tried to pull him out, but the elephant's weight made it impossible. The man stopped breathing. Left with no better option, the group fled together, splitting the $100 million 4 ways. They settled by the sea, starting a new life, and with his new friends by his side, Alan spent his final days in peace and happiness.